It's really important for an institution like Temple University to think about strategic planning. Even before COVID, it was obvious that institutions of higher education faced changing landscapes over the next decade or two. We had to think about the fact that the number of high school graduates was declining. People in America were questioning the value of a higher education degree. So even before COVID, it was important for us to think strategically about what we do, what we offer, how to ensure that Temple remained a destination of choice. COVID has accelerated our attention to that, of course, made us even more mindful of the force of change, the pace of change, the excitement of change. We've learned a lot about our ability to deliver education in different ways, but the need for us to think thoughtfully is very important, and I'm really delighted that Temple is engaging in this process. Some of you may ask, why now? Why is this the right time for Temple to engage in a strategic planning process? My answer is this: it is really important that we look forward, that we not be sanguine, that we not be complacent, that we think strategically about how to improve all the wonderful things that we do. So I think this is exactly the right time, and particularly because this is not a one-shot process. We're not going to write a strategic plan that goes on a shelf that sits there and collects dust until somebody pulls it off the shelf some years later. This is going to be a continuing, iterative process, begun this year, but not ended this year. Temple University refreshed our mission statement 2 years ago and came up with 3 pillars: engagement, discovery, and opportunity. Those 3 words were intended to characterize what we are, who we are, and what's important to us. So, of course, they will provide the centerpiece of any future planning effort. Because although it's really important for us to think strategically about our future, we also have to remember who we are, what's important to us, what our purpose is, what drives us, what feeds our soul. And so our mission statement, which really was the culmination of a tremendously engaged process, reflects a recognition of the essence of Temple. And I think it's critical that the essence of Temple be a central part of any future planning. I hope to learn more about the essence of this wonderful place, what it is about Temple that makes it such a great institution. I've always had the sense that there are things that make people cherish their opportunity to work here, to stay here, to study here, to teach here, to serve here. If you listen to people who work at Temple, you can hear a lot of unanimity of ideas from us. But a lot of the best part of this, sometimes it's hard to even put words to. And so I'm really hopeful that as we engage in this process, we'll add to our vocabulary and we'll know a little bit more about how to tell others what's so wonderful about Temple. I also hope that we will learn some things about the future of higher education that we at Temple should be doing, and indeed institutions across the country should be doing. The future of America depends on bright, thoughtful, engaged, entrepreneurial people. And so we have a responsibility to contribute to that future. And so I think that our role as a member of this community, as a member of this city, as a member of this country, and a part of the global enterprise is real and long-standing. And I look forward to learning more through this process about how we can contribute in a meaningful way. For any member of the Temple community who is interested, there are numerous ways that you can be involved. There is a website, plan.temple.edu, that will introduce you to the people who are participating in this. You should check it out. If there are people there that you know, you can contact them, you can ask questions, you can provide information. There will also be opportunities for town halls, for surveys. This is a process that is really engaged in by a broad number of people. We are interested in hearing from all members of our community. I hope that this process provides a platform for continual assessment of what we do well and what we can improve upon. I am really hopeful that we will come up with ideas. We'll discover that they're important, valuable, and doable, and that we'll set in motion to accomplish them. And it is my hope that because of the broad-based nature of participation, that we'll have a lot of widespread approval of this, a lot of buy-in from various constituencies, and that we will all come together and really see a bright future for Temple University.